Buongiorno e ciao a tutti, I'm Aaron here at 99 Problemi, and today I have a video on the presente indicativo, I verbi servili. These are irregular modal verbs, dovere, potere, and volere. And no doubt, if you are just starting off in Italian in the first few chapters of your book, you're probably going to get to these verbs. They are very important, and they mean to have to be able to, and to want to, respectively. So we'll talk about how to conjugate these irregular verbs and also how to join them with an infinitive to say a lot of things. As always, exercises are at the end to reinforce what you've learned. So here are the subject pronouns there on the left. We'll talk about the conjugations first. Dovere is as follows. Devo, I have to. Devi, you have to. Deve, he, she, you formal has to. Dobbiamo, we have to. Dovete, you all have to. Devono, they have to. Now notice how this one is just all over the place. There's the dev stem for the first few forms of the verb and then the lodal form. But then in the noi form, if you go back to that, dobbiamo has this double B, and voi would be the only one that was actually considered regular, quote unquote, because of the dove. By chopping off the ERE in the infinitive, you have dove, and then you'd have the ete from the ERE stem, and all there. There you go. There's your regular verb amongst them all. And certainly these are going to take a long time for you to learn. So write these down and make flashcards, etc. But you'll see they're used so much that you will learn them quickly if you're devoted and concentrating on them. Potere is posso, puoi, può, possiamo, potete, possono. There you go again. Like instead of pot, you get posso, puoi, può. It's got this O with the grave, accento grave on it, and so forth. So posso, I can, puoi, you can, può, he, she, you formal can, possiamo, we can, potete, you all can, possono, they can. And then finally volere, which is to want to. Voglio, I want to. Vuoi, you want to. Vuole, he, she, you formal, wants to. Vogliamo, we want to. Volete, you all want to. And vogliono, they want to. Okay, so how to use these? Well, most of the time these are going to take an infinitive after the conjugated verb. So what does that look like exactly? An infinitive is the unmodified form of the verb. That is, when it ends with an ARE, ERE, or an IRE, you're looking at the infinitive. So take a look at dovere, the first one, to have to or must. Lui deve andare dal dottore. So he has to go to the doctor. Notice that the andare is in the infinitive, and before that is the conjugated form of dovere. He has to go to the doctor. So you can imagine this has wide-reaching implications. You can form so many things by attaching these infinitives to these modal verbs. Take a look at potere, to be able to, or also to ask permission. So Maria può fare I compiti. She can do her homework. And also posso mangiare un panino, to ask permission. Can I eat a sandwich? Volere, to wish to do something, but also to offer. So Giuseppe vuole bere un caffè. Giuseppe wants to drink a coffee. But also, here's an example of it used without the infinitive. And also, look, pay attention to that comma there, because that means that you're directly addressing Giuseppe, and that's a common way that textbooks and instructors like to trip you up. So, Giuseppe, you're addressing him directly. Comma, vuoi un caffè? Do you want a coffee? And so that's to offer something. And notice it doesn't take an infinitive after the vuoi in that case. So that's one of those occasions where you don't need an infinitive to use these. Most of the time you're going to need that. All right, so here we are at the exercises. You should, by this point, If you haven't, you should memorize these. This will make these exercises a lot more easy, and they will reinforce what you've done. If you just do this by looking back at your notes, it's going to be a lot less helpful. So you're going to pause it here. There you go. Io posso. There's an example, but pause it here and do these out on another piece of paper, and then check your answers afterwards. If you see that where the arrow is pointing to that little pink or magenta minus sign, that means to make it negative, and all you have to do is put a non in front of that, in front of the verb. All right. So number 2 is tu dovere, that's devi. Number 3 is tu non volere, which is non vuoi, you don't want to. 4 is noi possiamo, we can. 5, noi dovere is dobbiamo, we have to. 6, voi volere, that's you all, that's volete, you all want to. 7 is loro potere, that's possono, they can. Lui, number 8, lui non deve, he mustn't, or he, yes, he mustn't is probably the best way to do that. 8, 9 is io non voglio, I don't want to. 10 is noi volere, that's vogliamo, we want to. 11, lei non deve, she ought not. 12, tu non volere, that is non vuoi. 13, sorry, that's you do not want to. 13, lei potere, that's può, she can. 14, io dovere, that is devo, I have to. 15, vuoi volere, you'll want to, that is volete. 16, lei può, you, formal, can. 17, loro devono, they have to. 18 is lei volere, that is vuole, she wants to. 19, noi non possiamo, we cannot. And 20, loro dovere, that's devono again. So that is they have to. For the following exercises, a slightly more difficult here, which will deal both with the conjugation of the verb and with the use of you choosing the verb, knowing their translation. So in number 1 you have an offer, number 2 you have seeking permission. Slightly more advanced exercises. All right, so number 1 is making an offer. So you're saying, do you want a glass of water? And that's a vuoi un bicchiere d'acqua? And notice how at the end of the sentence I raise my voice like, vuoi un bicchiere d'acqua? And that really is what in pronunciation tells you that it's a question, that little rise at the end of the sentence. Number 2, io, seeking permission from your professor probably to drink a cup of coffee during the lesson. So that is, posso bere un caffè durante la lezione? See once again that rise at the end of the sentence. Number 3, loro want to. So here we have volere. Loro vogliono guardare il Palio di Siena. And 4, noi not able to. So what are they not able to do? They're non possiamo venire stasera perché abbiamo un altro impegno. So we cannot come tonight because we have another obligation. We have something else to do. That's a great phrase to learn, by the way. Un altro impegno is how you politely decline. I can't come because I have another appointment. And 5, lui deve studiare perché domani c'è un esame. And that is logical. He has to study because tomorrow there's an exam. So, and voi dovete studiare, and all of you have to study as well, because this is not an easy concept. And grazie mille. Thanks for watching at the 99 Problemi. Please leave a comment on the video. And if you want to follow me on Facebook or Twitter, it's at 99 Problemi. And also there's the website at 99problemi.com. And grazie tante. Really appreciate you guys watching. Ciao ciao.